Hello, everybody. Today, something actually quite shocking. Sports cards on this channel. I do want to thank everybody for the response to my little walk and talk video I did a couple days ago. I am going to get back into the video and do some responses on all the comments. Were really great. I'm just behind on my responses I'm going to do. Finishing up my newest run of Cheers. I got about 3 episodes left. So I'll put that on in the background and respond to the last video. And I really appreciate your feedback on that. I'm looking to do more stuff like that. Just sort of hobby talk. Just throw out a topic and, you know, pick my brain on it. I don't know what it's worth to you, but I like having those discussions. So if you can think of something you'd like me to tackle or just like my opinion on, go ahead, comment below on what you want me to talk about, and I'll see if I have a hot take on it. I will say this, I don't do, when I do those kind of things, I don't script them. And I got off on a little bit of a rant on the rookie cards, and that wasn't really the point I was making. And the point I was making was really more, don't just do what everyone else is doing because you think it's the thing to do. And rookie cards are a hot thing right now. But another example might be, and I should have given this in the video, another example would be like getting stuff graded and slabbed. Everyone thinks they should be doing it. Why? Because everyone's doing it. And it's sort of a, again, it just begets more of the same, and no one stops to ask himself, well, does it make sense to get this graded? Do I need it slabbed? Whatever. But that's that. So thank you again for the tremendous response on that. I wanted to recognize debut of a pretty big fish in the MLB pipeline here, Joey Bart. And I was happy to get this when he came to the Northwest League. Tried to get it game 1 of the series, and he didn't even turn his head in my direction. And I couldn't make game 2 or 3, so I gave this to a worker there who's was always really helpful to me. And that's why it's in black, because that's just what he had. You know, he's not really a grapher. He just grabbed a pen or went with whatever was handy, and that's totally fine. I'm obviously really happy to have this. And it's one of a kind because it's my design, and I hope he has a great career, just like I hope most people have great careers. So we'll put that there. Next, I have some unsigned stuff come in. I usually like to do that before my TTMs. So here we go. I've been stocking up on some Brandon Lows that I need, because he got off to a real hot start this year, and I thought, well, I'll just gobble up a couple things before they get too expensive, and that way I have them. So this first one I didn't even know existed, but it's a mini from last year's flagship, and it's called On Demand. I think it was an online exclusive, and I don't know if it paralleled the entire set. It looks like, yeah, the card number is the same, 114. And it says Series 1. So I imagine it was just the whole set that you could get. But I got this real cheap, less than $2 to my door. And if I tried to get it, that was 6 days ago. If I tried to get it now, I wouldn't be able to get it for that. Absolutely not. Here's the Mojo 84, which I didn't have at all. I was happy to add that. These were still pretty cheap when I bought them a week and a half ago. A couple more chromes. I just wanted to get up to 9 so I could have a full page. So I think I have one more incoming, so that'll get me up to 9 on the chromes. I want this card, this Kemp, for private signing. It's coming up. But I cannot seem to get one with centering that I like. If you look at the top of the little diamond shape, whatever, you can see the centering on all these. This one's probably best. But because I'm looking at it, it really is bothering me. So I really need to get something in the mail to the guy because he wants it by the 7th, and I don't like to tempt fate. So what I'll probably do is send the Hoops rookie that I have that I also really like, and then try to get the Sky Master done next time. I'll just keep getting them until I find one that I like. But this is probably one of my favorite Sean Kemp base cards. It's 92 Skybox 584. If any of you have one that's centered, please reach out to me. I could toss you a couple bucks. And this I just got with the Kemps because it was affordable and I needed it for my 500 home run club binder. So, a little Hall of Famer there. Okay, TTMs. It's been a while, but like I said last video, I have some stuff out and some stuff came in, and here's that stuff for, yeah, it looks like 4 returns. So, just a full disclosure, I do go through these before, so I kind of know what's in here. This one has a note, which I haven't really read, but it's Mark Kelso, who played with the Buffalo Bills, and kind of in a pink, I don't know, marker of some type. God bless Mark Kelso, pro set. There's a Stadium Club. Boy, you can't even really see it at all. About to high-five somebody. There's another pro set. And there's my action pack, 90 action pack. You guys all know I love this set. I don't know if anybody's even interested in this really, but this is probably the best one of all of them that I can afford to add to the giveaway stack. So, and I have 2 of those, yeah. So, as always, I'll put I probably would have done it by now, put the return dates at the top and how long it took and all that. And let's take a look quickly at this note. So this video is going to take a while because this last returns is super awesome, and I'm probably going to spend some time on it. So either pause it to get up and get some water, or just hang out with me here. So a lot of times if I don't have a lot to say to an athlete, I'll put something about how I respect all former pros, because a lot of us are failed athletes in a way, and to get to the top of your field, I have respect for that. And that's true. And that's why you don't see me bashing players. Oh, so-and-so's only batting 180. Well, he's batting 180 more than me is always my response. And so sometimes if I don't have a lot of information on a player and I still want his graph, I'll mention that. It's like, hey, I respect you. You know, you're at the top of your field and all that. And so here you can see where it says, when you consider how many of us are failed sports stars like myself, I think you will agree. And he said, success comes in all different shapes and sizes. I would beg to differ with his statement. So he won't let me trash myself. Your teaching profession is likely not picking up on what that word is. Something by coaches or teachers. I'm sorry, encountered during your high school career. Yeah, playing at all levels is a blessing and an opportunity to learn life skills that prepare you for a lifetime of success. Thank you for giving the younger generation through your teaching, and suspect coaching as well. Blessings to your family, Ed. Mark Kelso. So that was that. A little bit hard to read in spots there. I'm sure I could figure it out if I took more time. But so there we go. Appreciate that return. Here we go. I'm forgetting what this was. Maybe I didn't open this one. Oh, yeah, I sliced it. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Blair Thomas of the Jets. I went 1 for 2 on him. Not sure if he's always just one only, but was happy to get the pro set. I thought this was kind of cool. Like the top part of this B is smashed up, so it looks almost like a lowercase. It really just jumped out at me, and was kind of unique. So, Blair Thomas, running back for the Jets. 1 for 2 on him. Okay. Lose track of what I've opened and what I haven't. Number 3. Henry Cotto, which I believe the Bermanism for Henry Cotto was Henry Avocado. Does that seem too obvious? I don't know. I don't think you really tried on that one. Maybe I made that up. I don't know. Here's the 89 Upper Deck. 91 Tops. 92 Pinnacle. 92 Ultra. 87 Tops. So 5 for 5 on those. And a couple of these are set needs. And those 2 are Mariners cards. I can do without that one probably. I can afford to put that in the giveaway stack. I know Maggie TT Hobbies loves her some 87 Tops. Let's stick you back there. And Avocado. Again, that can't be right. If that's really a Bermanism, that's the laziest one of all of them. Okay, so I'm going to clear the decks here because I need 3 stands for this last one. And I actually did preview this one because I was too excited. Celebrity Success. And somebody a lot of people sent to. So I wasn't really nervous it wasn't coming back. But still just really happy to get Mr. John Grice. Or Grease. I think it's Grice because I've watched videos where he was interviewed and people said stuff like that. So, most of you know him as Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. To me, he was first, this character, Laszlo Holyfield, in Real Genius. Holyfeld, rather. In Real Genius. And again, hold on, here we go. In Seinfeld, he popped up as a homeless person in 2 episodes. So in one episode, in this episode, which is called The Beard, this is horrible, but you know, a lot of the characters in Seinfeld were absolutely horrible people. Kramer and Newman thought it would be great to start a rickshaw business, but instead of hiring horses or animals to pull the rickshaw, they would hire homeless people. So this was sort of the tryout for you know, who was going to pull the rickshaw. And so John Grace was Rusty, and he just took off with a rickshaw and never came back. And then a couple of years later, he showed up in another episode called The Bookstore, where Kramer, I guess, didn't recognize him, but he gave him some leftovers in Tupperware. And Rusty, after they were done at the bookstore, Kramer came back by and said, "Okay, where's my Tupperware?" And Rusty refused to give it back. He was going to keep it because it was nice Tupperware. And anyway, both very funny episodes. And John did a great job in that as well. And, of course, had to do a Napoleon Dynamite. There he is, Uncle Rico. Most of you know him as. And that turned out really great. These are all kind of my own customs, one-of-a-kinds. And really happy. And here we got a great note. So I'm going to try to read my note to him first, if I can. And then his response. And you can maybe tell why the Real Genius one I like the best. So, I'm a longtime fan of yours. I was actually upset people didn't give you cred before Napoleon Dynamite. In my opinion, people should have already recognized you from your many other great roles. I was actually surprised when you popped up on Napoleon Dynamite because I thought you looked way older in Real Genius. Maybe it was the beard. Any thoughts on whether Laszlo lived happily ever after? So yeah, basically, in Real Genius, which is mid-80s, I just thought, you know, he's got kind of receding hairline. I thought he was like 40. And maybe that's because I was only 15 or whatever, more like 12. And then he pops up in Seinfeld here about 10 years after that. Maybe a little more than that. Not about 10 years. Like, wow, he looks maybe even a little younger. So maybe he was like, you know, 35 here, and maybe now he's like early 40s. Then he pops up in Napoleon Dynamite, and he probably looks younger than he does as Laszlo. Okay. Anyway, if you're still there, let's read his response. Laszlo lives in self-imposed exile. He would imagine be even more freaked out about the world, what the world has become. Amen. But whatever there's a sweepstakes, he's all in. Thank you for your kind words and support. Cool cards, happy to sign. Please check out my latest crazy and funny show called Dream Corp LLC on Hulu and AdultSwim.com. I love this show, one of my faves. Please tell friends, even if you hate it. I'm sure I'll like it. So I'm happy to get in. There's another autograph on the letter. Absolutely one of my favorite returns ever. Here he says the prizes that he won in the sweepstake. If you're familiar with Real Genius, you'll appreciate the Real Genius card. And if you haven't, it's a funny movie. You need to go watch it. And everyone knows Seinfeld and Napoleon Dynamite. If you're not, go ahead and unsubscribe from me. Do not follow me. On a more serious note, that's it for today. Remember, we don't count subscribers, we count friends.